See over here. This is how the whole area had been divided during the First World War. So France, Italy, Britain, these all were together. Germany, Austria-Hungary, these were together. Is it clear? Now, let's see the series of events over here. Initially, Italy was completely neutral. Two excess of powers had been developed. One is Central Powers and one is Triple Alliance. Italy, it was neutral, but it joined the opposition camp, which was the Allies power, which was the Triple Alliance, which was the Allied power, sorry, which is your Triple Alliance of France, Britain, and Russia. A battle was fought, and this is known as Battle of Verdun. The Allies, they had won this battle by defeating the Germans in France. And what happened that Germans, they started a naval war by drowning the ships of the opposite camp. And between Russia and Germany, now a treaty of Brest-Litovsk has been signed. Is it clear? Ultimately, what happens? Russia, it comes to support military support to the Allies up till only 1917, and we had already discussed in Russian Revolution that first was the Bloody Sunday, which happened in 1905. Second was your February Revolution, 1917. Third was your October Revolution, 1917. This series of events, it is said that the Bolsheviks, they wanted to stop the war and they established the peace. Consequently, peace was established between Russia and Germany through this Brest-Litovsk treaty, which we had studied. Is it clear? And this marked the end of Russia from the war. What did we study in this part, Bloody Sunday? We noticed that there were few people, there were few workers who marched up till the palace of the king, Tsar Nicholas, and they asked him regarding certain right. But what happened? They were open fired. That's why it was Bloody Sunday, right? And then this led to rise of revolutionary spirit in Russia. Is it clear? And what happened after that, I'll be discussing in the next class, that themselves there are these parties under Lenin, Bolshevik party. It will say that we should come out of this world war and rather focus on our state, and they will try to form a stabilized government based on this whole concept of communism and socialism, rather than all these democratic nations who had been fighting amongst themselves. They will say that land is a shared property. There will be decree of land, there will be decree of peace. We'll notice. Okay. So what happens? Russia leaves, but USA, it joins the war in 1917. Why? Because again, a German submarine was drowned by a American ship, in which many of the Americans were killed. And the incident led America to declare the war on Germany in 1917. Now, when US is entering the war, definitely what happened over there, we saw that ultimately there was surrender by Germany. Armistice was signed by the Central Powers one by one. What were these? Germany, again Austria-Hungary, again Turkey, right? And it had ultimately marked the victory of Allies. And what were these Allies nations? Britain, France, right? They had defeated the Central Powers. Apart from this, it was the German emperor we had seen. Because of him only so much of confusion, or you can say war happened. It is the autocratic character of Kaiser William. So the German emperor, he fled to Poland after losing all the hopes. Now, it is said that by November 1919, the Germans, they had been completely exhausted and they were asked to surrender the elite powers. Now let's very quickly see what were the consequences of World War I. First of all, there had been a loss of lives. It is estimated that around 800 million people they died and 20 million people had been wounded. Second thing, economic impacts. Now understand that there had been a direct cost of war which was approximated at $200 billion, and indirectly it is said that $150 billion had been costed on this war. But this is not important. What is important, that economic impact had been so great after the end of World War I, and even after the 10 years we had seen its impact in form of Great Depression. Is it clear? Now, it is said that the whole world had been facing with high inflation. Is it clear? Now, and the fate of Germany was such that Germany had been forced to sign a Treaty of Versailles in 1919. They had lost everything in terms of manpower, in terms of the territories, and in terms of the economic resources, and they were forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles on 28 June 1919. Now understand that it is said that seeds of World War II had been sown in this treaty, right? Now, we will see it in detail. Let's very quickly see over here that another one over here is Treaty of Saint Germain, and this had been signed by Austria or Austro-Hungarian monarchical empire, right? Because they had tried by this treaty to make peace with the allied powers. Now, another treaty which had been signed as a consequence of the war was Treaty of Trianon. It is said that Hungary had signed this treaty with the elite powers. Another treaty over here is Treaty of Neuilly, okay? And it is said that Bulgaria, which was a part of Central Powers, it had accepted the treaty and ceded various of its territories to the allied nations. Is it clear? So mostly the allied nations, mostly France and Britain, they are going to get a lot of places, okay? Another one, Treaty of Sevres was signed with Turkey, and it is said that because of the signing of this treaty, what happened in Indian context, if you notice over here, by 1920 to 1922, in Indian freedom struggle, we had noticed coming up of a non-cooperation movement. If you recollect, what were the 2 minutes, I will just deviate from the topic. So what were the major reasons for this non-cooperation movement? First of all, Mahatma Gandhi wanted to make right the Punjab wrongs which were done in Jallianwala Bagh case. right? But most importantly, what was seen in this treaty, for the first time, Mahatma Gandhi saw that this treaty is going to bring Hindu-Muslim unity and lead to development of secular consciousness, secular national consciousness among the Indian masses. So what happens, why this treaty was signed by Indian Muslims? It is said that because they were angry with the Britishers over here, because Turkey had to sign the Treaty of Sevres, right? In France with the elite powers after the defeat of Germany, and many of the parts of the Ottoman Empire were given to France, given to UK, given to Greece, and given to Italy. Is it clear? So this was also the time when we saw a lot of Hindu-Muslim unity in the non-cooperation movement. Is it clear?